What I want to ask is, Nigerians are galvanized to vote for you. Do you have the capacity to defend our votes?
And my brother asked me, can I defend your vote? Yes. Let me tell you why he's asked that question. People still see that I'm voting for P2B. No. You're voting for yourself. If you think you're voting for P2B, then you expect P2B to defend your vote. But if you believe that you're voting for yourself, I told Pastor Tommy in his left, I told the youth I spoke to in Abuja 2 days ago, you are running for this election through me. And like I told people who are close to me every day, and my wife knows that, how can I disappoint these people if not asking God to punish me if they give me the opportunity? I would rather die working for this country than fail them, because they have a lot of hope. They are not saying that I should achieve everything overnight. They want to see 100% effort. They don't want jokes again. Nigeria doesn't have room to waste anybody's time again. Time is finished. We need to just face building the country. And I've done it in a small way, where I was governor, working 24 hours. It's managing director of Sun. Go and read his book. Or go and read Dora Akunyele's daughter's book. Everybody knows that as governor, I work 24 hours. If you come to my desk 3 a.m., you see me working. That's what Nigeria requires now. It requires somebody with physical and mental energy to deal with this matter. No joke.
Yes, somebody with physical and mental energy to deal with this matter. No joke. The message clearly from Peter Obi. That brings me to welcome Nigerians to this platform. It is the Comrade Show, and my name is Comrade Lamte Ikmawusa Oreahi. You are on to the Comrade and Friends. Don't go away. Don't touch that dial. Just share.
Comrade Show, wait, Comrade Lamte Oreahi. This is the Comrade Show.
Yes, Nigerian people, as usual, my name is Comrade Lamte Ikmawusa Oreahi. That has not changed. Whenever it does, I shall let you know. And this is the Comrade and Friends, and I have in the house the Musketeers of the Comrade Show. It is 6 days to election. And so many things are happening across Nigeria. Nigerians are wondering what is going to happen next. So many things, but we are here to help make sense of it all. But most of all, we are here on this broadcast to prepare Nigerians for these next 6 days. Crucial 6 days that will probably make or mar this country. Don't forget, the Musketeers are here. Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremira, I'm glad to welcome you to the program, sir.
Thank you so much, my brother, obedient Comrade Lamte Ikmawusa Oreahi, GCO. It's good to be here. I very much like that video that you played. It says two things. A man that is ready, prepared to take the gauntlet. And for our many viewers and indeed Nigerians, only 6 days left. I can't wait for Saturday.
God bless you, my brother. Yes, we equally have right in the house the Doctor of Letters, one who is doing so much to ensure that the Comrade Show, works around all of the engines of the Comrade Show. And that is talking of Comrade Dr. Tony Agbon Sevaife. Dr. Agbons, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, comrade. We cannot come take you go cut you. Put obedient for my name. He's obedient, Dr. Tony Agbon Sevaife. My brother, we are ready. 6 days to go, Nigerians. Welcome to your darling program, our Sunday Tonic, the Comrade Show. You are all welcome.
Thank you very much, obedient Dr. Tony Agbons. Apologies for that. Yes, just to quickly let us remind us, today, for those who may not know, Dr. Agbons, will be on BBC Radio, advancing the course of this discourse, talking about the elections, talking about the obedient movement and the need why Nigerians need to support the change that has come just now. The topic is going to be Nigeria 2023 election, perspectives. Today, this very Sunday, 8:20 p.m. UK time. If you have time, join us on BBC MW 95.6 on the radio this very day. Dr. Agbons, what are we expecting?
My brother, it's still part of the conversation. We are pushing the narrative, and hopefully we'll be able to, on that BBC talk tonight, talk about the need for us to support a transformational president in the person of His Excellency, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi.
Guys, Nigeria has never been this volatile. As a matter of fact, I don't really know. In the recent future, the nation right now appears to be sitting on the edge. We don't know, so much is happening. A lot of people are just committing acts of treason against this country with reckless abandon. At least we can say that based on what we know, a treasonable felony is. The likes of El-Rufai, they decided to issue counter declarations to the people of their states, to counter the position of the president on the issue of currency and the currency exchange and all of that. Places across Nigeria, are burning. Those loyal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu are the ones appear, to be crying wolf. And there's so many things happening. The uncertainty in this country right now is so much, and it's 6 days to election. Comrade pharmacists, obedient pharmacists, Austin Iremiran, do you see this election holding in amidst all of this wahala?
Thank you so much, my dear brother. Anyway, where we see confusion, for the last few days, I see hope. I see hope because if you have a problem and you have a solution to it, it means you have no problem. So of all our problems now, we know in 6 days' time, we ourselves, Nigerians, have the solution to it. And the only solution is to go out and vote these people out and bring somebody new to change the currency. When I mean currency, I mean currency of government, not physical currency. So to that extent, I am very happy because there is a ray of hope. If there wasn't any ray of hope, I'll be worried. All the shenanigans and stories that are happening now, all will be gone to the dustbin on Saturday. And by Saturday evening, when the news start featuring in of the victory of Peter Gregory Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed Yusuf, all these other things will be inordinate. Nigeria is a place where different things happen. As we speak now, maybe by this evening there will be another story. But because we know that there is something coming on Saturday, and President Muhammadu Buhari has stood his ground, if the elections were going to be postponed, we should have got information now. I don't think it will be postponed this week at all, because it will not have made the right demand needed to postpone the election. So to that extent, I'm very certain that election will happen. All I encourage Nigerians, go and do the needful. Because by Saturday evening, what we produce in the morning will be what we get in the evening. And we mustn't make that mistake. Don't worry about currency. Don't worry about anything. Remain resolute and focused. No force on earth can stop an idea whose time indeed has come. And I think on this point, I need to congratulate very seriously President Muhammadu Buhari. Nigerians are very forgiving. He knows. And if he gets this right, then we know that, yes, he was a proponent of this new dispensation. My brother, we cannot wake up with Atiku or wake up with Bat. It will be a disaster. We need hope. And hope must come. Nigerians, please, let us not throw away this hope. I'm a Catholic, and for the last 30 years, we've been singing prayer for Nigeria in distress. I was discussing with somebody today. God has waited for us for 30 years and has given us something that we can hold on to. we mustn't throw it away. Obi himself in that intro has said he would rather die than not work for a great country. What else can you ask for? Selflessness.
He would rather die than not work for this country. That's Obi directly himself. Dr. Agbons, I was having a conversation earlier with you, and the question I was asking, because right now we see deliberate affront on our democratic process. The president has issued a clear directive. The CBN, under whose jurisdiction falls issues of money, monetary policies and all of that, they've issued clear directives to Nigerians, and a state governor, Malam El-Rufai of Kaduna State, issued a counter directive on a matter that is, constitutionally exclusive to the president and commander-in-chief of Nigeria. He issued a counter directive to the people of Kaduna State, to the extent of even asking them to be making use of the old and the new Naira note, creating confusion. In some other states, in the northern part of Nigeria, in the west and the east and all of that, some governors are even threatening banks to withdraw their certificate of occupancy if they do not collect the old Naira note. That again, counter directive to that of Mr. President. And I was saying, these are definitely acts of treason. Should they not be arrested? But you hold a contrary view. Would you share that with the audience, please? Why do you really think that they should not be arrested for treason?
Thank you, Comrade, Obedient Comrade Oriaki, GCOO, and my brother, Obedient Pharmacist Remira. It is true that some of the APC governors, they are crying more than the bereaved. They are being more Catholic, with due apologies to Pharmacist Remira, they are being more Catholic than the Pope. The noise that people like Malam and Nasir El-Rufai they are making, and other APC governors, is just the sound of a sinking ship to me. They have no local standing. So is it now they want to show us that they love their people because of their own selfish interests? They have old notes that they cannot use, and they have not been able to turn over to new one. So for me, I think El-Rufai making a broadcast the same evening that the president spoke to the nation is a huge affront, like you have correctly put it. And I'm also happy that he has not been arrested. And knowing the way the president has been handling this issue of the Naira redesign, I believe that there is a strategy in place. And we must note that, excuse me, that apart from the issue of the Naira, Malam El-Rufai also made some weighty anti-democratic noise, which I don't even want to mention on this program. And I believe that the Department of State Security and all the security apparatus of government, they will deal with that later. But we are gallivanting to February 25. Today is February 19th. We don't want anything to distract the entire Nigerian population, whether in the north, in the south, in the east, or in the west. The election we hold, because these folks don't want the election to hold because they know they've lost it already. They can see the handwriting on the wall. As it is written in the Holy Scripture. They can see it, that the signs are there. So we leave them, we leave the shadows for now, and then we follow the substance. That will be my immediate take right now, my dear brother.
Thank you very much, Dr. Agbons. Yes, that is the immediate take of Dr. Agbons, and I think a lot of Nigerians hold the same view, that right now focus will be on the election so that we don't unnecessarily, disturb the polity, because Nigerians are very much focused on the elections. And a lot is going on, I can tell you. There are a few things we know that are very classified that we cannot speak to on air. However, the things we can speak to, we want to really focus on those things. The election is coming, it's 6 days away. And right now, former sister Iremira, I'm just coming to you very briefly as possible. What would you expect our electorates to do? The Nigerian electorates, those going to the polls, on Saturday. What are those things that you necessarily expect them to do?
Thank you very much, obedient Comrade Araki. First and foremost, I just want to thank all Nigerians and Nigeria electorate, and of course, all obedient people and will be obedient. On Saturday, please wake up, prepare yourself, eat very well, carry some extra water and something to nibble. Go to your polling station, make sure you get there on time. Cast your vote and be prepared to wait. Please, I want to appeal. If anybody confronts you, that you should give any opportunity for any form of confrontation that may lead to fighting. Just be vigilant. Make sure your phone is fully charged. If possible, if you have a power bank, please also get a power bank. Sit down. If you have plastic chair that you can carry as well. Be very vigilant and observant. We must be observant and we must be patient. Food is very important. Water, given our weather. And you know what to do. Your thumb, put it right with LP. Don't put your thumb in a way that they would have to cancel your ballot to say that you didn't do it properly. And just be patient. I don't know if I should advise this as well. Maybe not to cause more confusion or not for people not to take this out of proportion. It might be advisable not to carry anything relating to the party that you are supporting, which in this case is LP, so that they don't attack you even before you get to the polling unit. Just be smartly dressed and be prepared and be patient. This is the examination of a lifetime. Remember when we are writing our primary 6 living certificate, we get dressed, prepare for our life to go to secondary school. This exam, all Nigerians are in primary 6 now. If you don't pass, you will not get to secondary school. And we don't want to remain anymore in Egypt. We want to move. So please let nothing derail you at all. Make sure you eat very well, carry extra. If you have some cash, you can also carry some cash with you. But you must be patient until evening when the vote is counted and your candidate is a winner. Please, no quarrel. Be vigilant.
Dr. Agbons, obedient Dr. Agbons, what would be your advice for the electorate apart from what Pharmacist Austin has talked about?
Thank you very much, my brother. Pharmacist Austin have said virtually everything, and I want to reiterate what he talked about with regards to what you wear. We saw what happened in Lagos during the Obidati campaign last week. If possible, just wear your normal clothes, t-shirt or whatever. Don't wear anything, obedient family or Labour Party, so that you are not attacked. Nobody is saying you will be attacked, but wisdom is the principal thing. Let's be wise. So long as we get to our destination, how we get there does not really matter. So you can wear like what we are wearing now, wear your jeans, but all those, it's not even allowed on election day anyway. You cannot wear any political party paraphernalia or clothes or face cap. So wear normal thing, and then also go in groups with family and all that. But I expect a very peaceful election because most Nigerians have decided on what they want to do. I have some friends, if they've not been able to tell me who they are voting for, I have not even asked them anyway. People know where they want to vote, and it's Obidati all the way. So no shaking.
Thank you very much, Nigerians. The die is cast, and we are not missing words. We've been on this for a very long time, for nearly 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, as we've been getting closer, it's been getting a lot more intensified. For those that will be very close to the umpire, as the case is, at different polling units, right now this election is going to be transmitted electronically, every aspect of it, and so therefore it gives very little or no room for manipulations and all of that. And so therefore, what I have been told to tell Nigerians is that Nigerians must ensure that the agents that will be serving at the various polling units for Labour Party, they must make sure that those agents don't compromise. because we have it on very good information, top information, that there is the plan to target labor agents to entice them with money. As a matter of fact, for each agent, as much as 200,000 naira has been budgeted, okay, by a certain political party to buy agents of, the polling units. Now, we don't know how true these things are, but once we hear and there are information like this that are quite grave, we'll talk about them. So we need to ensure that we keep our agents under watch. Then for the beavers that they are going to be using, because ANEC has said, as soon as they complete accreditation, I think by a certain hour, I can't remember precisely, maybe 12 o'clock or so, they will transmit everybody, accredited. They will transmit the number to the INEC server. For instance, polling unit 700, a local government, Edo State. If they accredit 100 people, they will have to first of all transmit that 100 names to the INEC server, where we can all be watching from wherever we are, because many of us are going to be connected to that particular server, watching how this data, they are coming in from across different parts of Nigeria. Okay, now in that particular polling unit where they accredit 100 people, there is no reason in this whole wide world why the total number of voters or voted votes wherever should exceed 100 that has been accredited, which means that we must ensure, this is to the agents, that once you get to the polling unit before the accreditation starts, the beavers must be on 0.00000. Very important information, because if anybody wants to manipulate this election from the polling unit, they will do it through the beavers. We don't want to get to a situation where beavers start reading from 500. Okay, there'll be 500 ghost voters. The reason why this is key is because since the past few months, a certain political party has been buying PVCs of people. Now, what they want to do with that, we don't know. But the plan, what we suspect is that they are probably planning to ensure that when they get to a certain polling unit, they probably want to start the beavers from 1,000. So that by the time you come, they accredit you, you will naturally just be 1,001. And you are the first person. So the extra 1,000 will be the one they will come and fill up. We don't want to have that situation. So across the nation, every polling unit, we have to ensure that the beavers, okay, they are starting from 0000. All the agents, particularly labor agents, we must teleguide them. We must stay close to them and watch what they are doing. This is very key information, because what we are trying to see that is avoided is that this election must not be rigged. Before I move on, I want to talk to Dr. Agbons. This information we have heard. Now we are talking about it. What is your take on this particular information, sir?
Thank you very much, my brother. I think you have hit the nail on the head. At the voting center, at the polling booth, voting center, before the voting begins, every beavers is going to be having the code 0.0000, so as to prevent overvoting. We saw what happened in it's Osun State, isn't it? Where with Governor Adeleke and Oyetola, the matter is still in court. It's at the Supreme Court now. So we don't want those kind of errors. So everybody must keep an eye. Agent, LP agent, will keep an eye on them so that they are not, weaponized. So that they are not monetized and induced. So those are the things. I think you have said it.
Pharmacist Remnant, that's a very good matter. Your take, sir.
Yeah, I think I just want to add 2 points to what yourself and Dr. Tony Agbons has said very clearly. I think the first thing is that starting point. We will need our agents to be very vigilant at that starting point, because the manipulation, if at all, will start from the very beginning. Once we are able to overcome that, that is 50% done. Then for the vigilant, and for our agents to also be vigilant when the actual counting is being done. I just want to assure Nigerians and indeed obedient, because there is this news going around to say that we don't have agents in all our polling booths. That is foul. The Labour Party is fully prepared. So let nobody tell you that. Let that not be a reason why you will not come out on that day to vote. I just want to reassure us. I think in a meeting yesterday, it was made clear that the entire polling units in the whole of the country is fully covered to a very large extent. So I think it's going to be wuru all the way for us. Our agents, I know they are already fully trained. And of course, all of us voting, you are a potential agent on that day because you are there to protect your vote. Although you may not be very close in terms of proximity, but looking at them, it's also helping to beam a searchlight on them. So we are not just voters on that day, we are protectors of our vote, and we are also agents for our votes.
Yes, my people, we are protectors and agents of our vote. This is very important. The information we are really on right now. Let's very much teleguard our agents, all the agents, at every polling unit. Of course, it's very true that Labour is prepared. Labour is going to have agents across all the polling units. As a matter of fact, they will be having up to 4 different agents, and all of that. And on our own, that's what we are going to come to right now, because that is where we are drifting to. But before we get there, Dr. Agbons, I know that you are happy right there. I just want to chip this in quickly. Insurance of Benin just won Eyimba.
Yes,
they have now won 7 matches and drawn 2 from 9, and topping the league. How do you express your joy on this? That's Insurance of Benin. They've won 7, they've drawn 2. That puts them on 23 points. Just briefly, how do you express your joy on this, sir?
My brother, I'm very happy. Insurance is 7 points clear at the top of the league table, and Insurance is like they are running away with this group A, Group O. I don't see Insurance, leaving this top at all, because they are the only undefeated team, like you told me earlier, in the whole league, both Group A and B.
Yes. How do you liken Insurance, a victory, and of course the exploit in the Premiership right now, to Saturday, and what may happen to the obedient movement?
Absolutely. I think whilst listening to commentary just now, we were sitting on our edge with that very important match between Bende Insurance and Eyimba of Aba, and Bende Insurance came out top. That was where the music started. The Obikereke song has already started. We are marching to victory for this week. And I think that that victory was very pyrrhic. So that shows that victory is assured for obedience. Remember, those State is not just obedient, they are jammed, locked, and sealed. And that victory is going to be transferred seriously to the Obi movement. It's going to be victory all along. Victory is sweet when it's hard fought. And you agree with me that Labour Party, and indeed all of us are not obedient, and all well-meaning Nigerians have fought the fight seriously. Bende Insurance was happy because of that 1-0, because it was very, very serious to beat your closest rival, struggling for points with you. And Bende Insurance is now 7 points clear at the top of the table. So it's just glory, glory, glory. Lovely.
I actually just chip this in because I see some very close similitude between Insurance exploit right now, and of course what we expect the obedient movement, of course the vote to translate to.
Let me just chip in something, comrade, just to chip in. And because of what you said, when we relate this to Obi, Insurance that relatively new in the Nigerian Premier League this season.
Exactly. So that's like very symbolic in itself.
Peter Obi went to LP, Labour Party. People were like, they go soon tire. They don't get structure. Now just 4 people, they tweet from. And now look at Insurance, top of the table.
Exactly.
Undefeated, undisputed, reigning.
That's what we expect to see of Obi.
I think on the lighter side, it will make sense to congratulate the Edo State government, led by Governor Godwin Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shuaibu, because I think they've taken this to another level. Only just now, Dr. Tony Agbons was telling me that apart from it being beamed live, there's also a live commentary. I think we have to congratulate them. And we have to say that even though we know that Governor Godwin Obaseki and Philip Shuaibu are seriously obedient, because you cannot lead a state that is locked for Obi and not be obedient. But we leave that for another time.
Oh yes, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I hope that they understand the drift right now. They know exactly where those people stand.
And when you talk about obedient Edo State, I was talking to some people from all part of Edo State during the week, and they said the key of obedience, as far as Edo is concerned, they said Edo is locked obediently,
Yes.
and the key has even been thrown into the Atlantic Ocean, so you can never be found.
Where cannot
So
be
it's
retrieved.
100%.
I think Obaseki should do the needful and publicly, do what he has to do. It's very important.
Endorse.
Yes, because Edo people, that's the direction.
But I must tell you that Obaseki is doing it. It is among the first state to support the federal government in this fight for the soul and redesign of the Naira. What else do you expect?
Well,
yeah, that's true.
Well,
because Edo and Bayelsa, they
I am sure.
they are
I am sure
respondent in the case.
flesh and blood has not revealed that to you. It is the Spirit of God. Well, we move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the nitty-gritty of the matter right now. One of the reasons why we are gathered this evening, 6 days to elections. And plus, the Benin man says, if I move here, let's get there. Don't go away. Keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing.
Hey, Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriake. This is the Comrade Show.
Yes, but people, it's still the Comrade Show. This is the Comrade and Friends. And everybody is looking to Saturday, the 25th of February, which is just 6 days away from today. And everybody's concerned. We are looking at how this matter is going to pan out, and everybody's contributing one way or the other. On the Comrade Show, we have set our program very straight. We are going to be rolling out with the Election Day 2023 live broadcast. Yes. One may ask, what is Election Day live broadcast? That's what you see right there, broadcast across Nigeria. Our plan is very straight, it's very straightforward. At the moment, as we speak right now, we are recruiting volunteers across all parts of Nigeria. We want to have at least 300 volunteers across different states of Nigeria. In fact, we are targeting having not less than 10 volunteers across the different states of Nigeria. Now, what these volunteers do, they are going to be on our platform on that day like this, but they will be serving as undercover, volunteers, undercover agents, if you may. They will be armed with their Android phones, and all they are going to be doing is to be transmitting what is happening on the ground, the real time, to us on the Comrade Show. And we will be live to the global audience, which means that this program is going to afford all Nigerians in diaspora to be able to at least have a direct interface with what is happening on the ground through the Comrade Show from different parts of the country. So we're going to be getting live feedback from these guys on the ground. The volunteers we're talking about, by the grace of God, like I said, they are going to be undercover. Their protection is most important to us. The reason why we are doing this is because we want to provide an opportunity for everybody to at least have a feel of what is happening across Nigeria. We want to equally ensure, because before long, as we start the broadcast, before long, the whole nation is going to be aware that the election is being live, and we are getting, feedback from different parts of the country. And so many people I expect to be glued to this particular platform. What that does, as part of all the advantages, that it quickly sends shockwave across the country. You understand that people would know exactly where these things are coming from, because our volunteers are going to be trained. We are having sessions already with some of them already. Hopefully on Wednesday, by the grace of God, we are going to be having a broad section with them on how to run this, this package. Some professionals are going to come in to talk to us as well, and all of that. So this is an initiative of the Comrade Show, but currently a lot of people are already supporting it. Many people are already enlisting to be volunteers. We have a WhatsApp group right now where we are enlisting everybody. We're having our communications right there. And so a lot is already going on in this program. So we're using this medium to call on everybody to be part of this process. Because if you truly love that this country change for the better, you must therefore take part in this process. So what are we looking for? We need more volunteers to come in, because more volunteers are coming in. So if you are out there, you can be a volunteer. And with your Android phone, you understand what I'm saying? Now, that's all you need. Then we can take it to the next level. If you're out there, you can't equally, recommend somebody to be a volunteer and all of that. Okay, fine and good. Get through to us on the Comrade Show, and of course, we take the process from there. More than that, Dr. Agbons, let me hand over to you right now on this issue.
Thank you very much, Comrade Lamte Oriahi. Yes, Nigerians all over the world, the die is cast. So, like the comrade have said, you want to be a volunteer yourself, or you have somebody who can be a volunteer, because this live broadcast, we're going to start it 9 a.m. Nigerian time on election day, and we are going to be on until the result is declared. Just like what we did in 2020 during both the Edo and Ondo state governorship election. But this is Nigeria, it's a larger scope, so we all hands have to be on deck. Like Comrade Lante has said, we are looking at least a minimum of 10 volunteers per state in Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. So we're looking at not less than 370 volunteers. I'm happy to say that we got so many already. I want to also solicit your support. As for these volunteers, there will be logistics. We're going to be providing data for them to be able to stream live from all parts of Nigeria, the south, the north, the east, and the west. So we'll also be calling on your support because, like it's often said, a burden shared is half solved. So we want to make sure that this burden, we share it. We know our supporters, you have always been there for us at moments like this. I want to thank those that have already sent us donations to our Comrade Show UBA account in Nigeria. We want to ask for more so that we'll be able to, give the necessary logistics to all our volunteers in the 36 states of Nigeria and Abuja. Thank you very much.
Yes, Pharmacist Iremira, over to you. We are still on this matter, Election Day live broadcast.
Absolutely, this matter is very pivotal, it's very key. We had a test run 2 years ago, and we also did it in Ondo. Now we are doing it on a bigger scale. Comilante, can you just zoom in our account number once again? I know Dr. Tony Agbons talked about it. Viewers and friends of the Comrade Show, this is important because, like we said, we want to have a minimum of at least 300 volunteers cut across the 36 states, including Abuja. And this will require some logistics. We are looking to at least not necessarily pay the volunteers, but to make sure that their welfare needs are looked after, at least ensuring that they have enough data to do those transmissions, and where possible, where we can buy water for them. If you will not be available to be a volunteer and you want to support, please make sure you do that. We are doing it for our country. Indeed, like Peter Obi said, a new Nigeria is possible, and we don't want to leave any stone unturned. We've done so much. We are just getting closer. Let us together finish the job. A Comrade Show will be here to help you, to guide you, to bring those information to you. And if you still want to be part of the broadcast as well, please let us know so we can get you involved. You can join us, even though you are not in Nigeria, you are in another part of Europe, and you want to join to make contributions. Feel free, it's open. It's an all-commerce affair. The eye is on the ball, and that ball is to deliver the ticket for Obi Dati. So I say thank you so much. If you are just hearing this for the first time, you still have a few days to ruminate about it and make a decision. I know Comrade Osaraki will be sometimes this week also be on air. And if you go to the Comrade Show website, Facebook, you'll see our account there. Please make your contribution, send us your name, and be sure that whatever you are doing is for the betterment, growth, prosperity, and oneness of our great country, Nigeria.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, Nigerian people, that's the brief on this matter. I'd like us to understand that our commitment to this process is unflinching. The whole idea is to see that we contribute our own quota, no matter how small it is, towards ensuring that we have a hitch-free process, a process that will be reasonably free, reasonably, fair, and of course, reasonably credible. We cannot allow, these things to just direct itself. We must play our own rules in all of this, and that is why we are having these what's it called, the volunteers. By the grace of God, if we're able to get 1,000 volunteers across the nation, it's fine. We want to get real-time data. In 2021, we had this done for the Edo State election. As a matter of fact, we are going to be here depending on what information we are getting. I remember we had some information from Okada, real-time information coming from Okada, where some people were trying to steal ballot box and all of that. right here from the Comrade Show table, we ran the police, the DPO very close to Okada, and they immediately deployed men to that particular scene, and the situation there was safe because they didn't know. So we doing that across the station as well. So depending on the data we are coming, anywhere we see that there's going to be there's likely going to be violence or violence is taking place, we will take our phone from here and ring, the authorities to let them swing into action, and hopefully they would. And so there's so many reasons why we are doing this. And at the end of the day, these things are going to be live on the social media platform. The whole world is going to be seeing what is coming out from everywhere. It's important because at some point you don't know. This election will eventually drag to the court. Some of the data we have captured may actually become useful when it comes to the issue of court, as the case may be. So there are so many reasons why this is very important. So if you're out there, you want to volunteer, you want to support, you can leave your name and your data, your information on the comment section. We'll pick it up eventually and harness everything. The thing we need basically, it's your name, the center you are representing, or rather the area you are going to be covering, where you are probably going to be voting and every other thing. And all of us, so we know where you are covering, so that we know exactly how we are going to definitely, position our volunteers. And just to announce that, hope on Wednesday, we are going to be having a very elaborate meeting with all the volunteers to at least, dot our I's and cross our T's as far as this program is concerned. So if you're out there, you equally want to support us like that, we need money. We're not shying away from it. I want to thank those that have, sent some money, some 10,000, 20,000, and so many, what's it called, anonymous donors. Honestly, we are grateful to you. You are all pillars of this democracy. You are all pillars of this expected new Nigeria. So please do the needful, support this process. Let's make our contributions to make this work. Well, at the end of the day, we are all working for the same purpose. And that purpose is to realize the vision of getting Peter Gregory will be elected, because he is the man appropriately for the job.
What I want to ask is, Nigerians are galvanized to vote for you. Do you have the capacity to defend our votes?
And my brother asked me, can I defend your vote?
Yes.
Let me tell you why he's asked that question. People still see that I'm voting for P2B. No. You're voting for yourself. If you think you're voting for P2B, then you expect P2B to defend your vote. But if you believe that you're voting for yourself, I told the part to Tommy in his left. I told the youth I spoke to in Abuja 2 days ago, you're running for this election through me. And like I told people who are close to me every day, and my wife knows that, how can I disappoint these people if not asking God to punish me if they give me the opportunity? I would rather die working for this country than fail them, because they have a lot of hope. They're not saying that I should achieve everything overnight. They want to see 100% effort. They don't want jokes again. Nigeria doesn't have room to waste anybody's time again. Time is finished. We need to just face building the country. And I've done it in a small way, where I was governor, working 24 hours. It's managing director of Son. Go and read his book. Or go and read Dora Akunyele's daughter's book. Everybody knows that as governor, I work 24 hours. If you come to my desk 3 a.m., you see me working. That's what Nigeria requires now. It requires somebody with physical and mental energy to deal with this matter. No joke.
Dr. Agbons,
My brother.
is there any morals, any local standard for anybody to go to the polls and not vote for this man? Is there any reason in this world that you can think of?
Obedient
This electoral window, anybody to go to the polling unit and not vote for Peter Gregory Obi? Is there a reason that we can phantom?
And brother, it's very rare that I really struggle to look for ways. I don't know. If there's a Nigerian breathing oxygen, and you play this video, you watch this video, you listen, you hear the words of this man. He spoke simple ABCD language, and you are still thinking, then you are the problem of Nigeria. Like obedient pharmacist Remiran said at the beginning of this show today, since 1993, we have been praying for Nigeria. Pray. We've been praying. God has answered our prayer, and he has given us this gift in the person of Peter Gregory Obi and Ahmed, Yusuf Dati Ahmed. So what else do we need? You can see somebody that can work till 3 a.m. No time. There's no time left in Nigeria. This is the time. So Nigerians, you in diaspora, my dear brother, take your phone, call your family, your friends, your associate, or your network, any number of somebody in Nigeria on your phone, buy credit and call them. Talk to them. This is the time for us to make the right decision. Because if we miss this opportunity, God forbid, it's not even going to happen. Okpari, I can't even say more because that video it swept me off my feet.
We pharmacist Remiran, obedient pharmacist Remiran, we have since the past months we've been drawn very close to Peter Obi. We have seen him in very high moments. We have seen him in the lowest of moments, across Nigeria. He's the only candidate who has empathized with Nigerians the most. He's been to troubled regions. He's frolicked with the highest in the land and the lowest in the land. I mean, I stand to be corrected, but I heard that since election matters, began, particularly at the presidential level, nobody really has ever visited Ajegule and areas like that, in this country. People don't care. They just do very big and elaborate, what's it called, a campaign rally. They don't really get to the heart of the people, make the people feel, what they feel and all of that. But Obi, I want to show you this video where Obi was somewhere at Ajegule, even carrying babies. It's not professionally done, but you could get the message. I'll come to you, obedient pharmacist Remira.
Peter Obi live in a Jekinal boundary market.
He was even carrying children, really romancing with the people. I mean, for me, watching the video was a bit. It was a bit emotional for me. Because honestly, I know where I'm coming from, and I'm sure you know where you are coming from. I can identify directly with a lot of those people right there. You understand the picture of what I'm saying? And I'm sure if you cannot identify with the lowest in the land, you cannot make a better leader, because you must understand what the majority are facing. And the only person who seems to understand what the majority of Nigerians are facing right now is Peter Obi. Pharmacist Remiran, is there a reason in this whole wide world why somebody should go to the polling unit 6 days from today and not vote for Peter Obi?
Thank you so much, Comrade Latte Bosaraki. Absolutely nothing. A capital no. But if you have been benefiting from the maladministration and the malfunctioning of Nigeria, then you have a reason not to vote for Peter Obi. It means that you are selfish. Those people not voting or drumming support for Peter Obi are either directly or indirectly the reason why we are in this situation, or they are benefiting. Some are friends, cronies, family members of people in high places. But to the small Nigerian, it is crystal clear that they have no choice at all but to vote Peter Obi. Many people have argued that Obi has got his own problems. But my brother, we always say, to fix Nigeria, it's not going to be Americans. It's not going to be British. It's going to be Nigerians themselves that will fix Nigeria. And we have 18 candidates before us. Of the 18 candidates, we have 4 runners. Of the 4 runners, we have 3 top runners, of which Obi is one of them. If we are to pick president from these 3, the choice before us that is crystal clear, it's only Peter Gregory Obi. This man has put himself forward for the last 1 year. Peter Obi is the most interviewed, the most insulted, the most maligned individual on planet Earth just now. And Bakari Henry has written something to say that he has not even gone into office, he already started developing gray hair. Because everybody, everywhere he goes, is happy, willing to share his views and ideas. Even mothers now bequeathing their children to him. I know NBC will say it's against certain law because you are having children, but this is generic, it's organic, it comes from the heart. It's just so simple. They are entrusting their children just for Obi to fill them. If Obi becomes president, which he will be, that picture of those children will be immortalized and will remain eternal and forever. And from the video you first showed us, 4 things come to mind. Obi has told us, fight for your vote. I will be committed to what I have said. I will show dedication. I will work because my work ethic is second to none. And above all, I will keep to my promise. Obi and the Obi movement and Dati, in my view, they've done everything that they need to do. I think they've shown Nigeria, the man has shown Nigeria what he wants to do and his commitment and his desire to do what he has promised. The ball is now in our court, fellow Nigerians, to make that decision and give Peter Obi an opportunity. And the opportunity we are going to give him is opportunity for us and for our children yet unborn. The last time we met Peter Obi was when he came to the United Kingdom Chatham House for a visit. And I told Tony Agbons, I said, from the time this man started, there is something that is now becoming very serious. The man has become so audacious. You know, when it looks like the masquerade has been prepared, he has become so audacious. I am scared of Nigeria problem. But the man that wants to take this position seems not to be scared anymore. It's like he is fully prepared with a lot of energy. We must not allow this moment go. And let me tell Nigerians, if we get it now, not only will we start the process of leading Nigeria to where we are supposed to be, we would have locked this polity for 16 years. Because Obi will do his solid 8 years, and the person coming after Obi will do another solid 8 years. By then, we would have had huge gain. Nigerians, if it's possible, I will go on my knees. This is the time for us to change the narrative. People are already endorsing Peter Obi both far and wide. But the endorsement that is very important is the endorsement of the common people, which we have to do on the day of election and in the ballot. Obi will not automatically change Nigeria like he said, but it will set us in the right direction. My brothers, my sisters, my friends, if we miss this opportunity, we may regret it for a very long time. That is why on Sunday, the 26th of February, we will all wake up with that glorious song, Obi Kere Ke. There is no reason why we shouldn't vote Obi and Dati.
Well, thank you very much, pharmacist Iremira. I just almost I got lost in thought while you were talking just now. Probably, like maybe you could just carry on to the end. But a piece of good news. One of our followers on the Comrade Show, a very ardent supporter of good things, good governance, good everything, and a Edo State man, Mr. David Ohomba, just pledged a donation of 20,000 naira to support the live broadcast. I want to thank him. I don't know whether he actually grants me the permission to announce this. I'm just doing this as I'm led. If he does not like that, Mr. Humba, apologies. But we need to appreciate and, of course, what's it called? Appreciate all the good things coming in. Okay, Mr. Humba is calling me right now. Hello, Mr. Humba. Sorry, I've just gone live to announce your support. Just to acknowledge it. I apologize if that does not go very well with you. But we are really happy. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I think he probably would have wanted to be anonymous. But I've announced. The reason is because there are so many Nigerians who are. People called me yesterday to make donations. Somehow I feel a bit. I don't know how I feel. When they say they want it to be anonymous, I really want this acknowledged so that this thing can be. It can be out there. Like, man, this thing is going to be used for the intended purpose. We don't want anything to come in. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying now. So Nigerians can understand that, look, man, we are raising this money for this purpose and it's going to be achieved for that particular purpose. But many thanks to those who have, who are doing the same thing. That people have come in with their 10,000, with their 5,000, with their 20,000, like that. And I think we are all set. We need to now just harmonize our home, put everything, together. Dr. Agmons, I know that you want to say something.
Yeah, my brother. I think I know we are rounding off now, and I want to plead with Nigerians again. Please, let us not do anything that will truncate this election coming on Saturday. Take your PVC, whatever anger you have of the maladministration of the last 16 years, of the last 8 years, of the PDP and APC, vent your anger at the polling booth on Saturday morning, stroke afternoon, when it gets to your turn to vote.
Absolutely.
It's Obi Dati all the way. A new Nigeria indeed is possible.
Yes.
So support us as we, cover this event live from Saturday at 9 a.m. Nigerian time. Nothing is going to stop the Obi Dati movement. It's going to happen. I'm so confident, and I've seen it is going to happen. Next Sunday, this show is going to be, we're going to be popping champagne and dancing because the result would have been released. So next Sunday, in fact, we've already put a title for next Sunday. It's going to be a celebratory program. We'll just be here dancing. And you will see us dancing on this show next Sunday. I apologize to the team for me saying that I've committed you all now. So it is nothing is going to stop this idea whose time has come.
Time has come. Thank you very much. Pharmacist Remira, talking about next Sunday and the need why Nigerians need to comport themselves, what advice do you have for the misguided Nigerians in Edo State, in Imo State, in Lagos State? Some of these misguided people that appear to be, crying more than the bereaved. If I will use that, burning places, destroying places, even threatening people and all of that. What's your advice to them, and what would you advise the federal government of Nigeria to be doing right now to secure this election? Because people who cannot get the issue of this currency, this thing the way they want it, we understand that they are now all out trying to ensure that they create problems, mayhem everywhere, so that this election can be discredited as being a violent election. What do you advise those that they are using? Because they are not coming out to do the fight themselves. They are giving money to some misguided young people to carry out these nefarious activities. What do you advise Muhammadu Buhari to start doing now to secure this election, sir?
Thank you very much. I think before even talking about Buhari, I want to say that the people that are causing this, I think they are the reason why Obi wants to come. They need Peter Obi more than all of us. You know why? Because their source of livelihood and everything have been taken away from them. That is why they are now veritable tools to be used willy-nilly by people. Look at Edo State as a case study. I was telling somebody in church today, Dr. Tony Agbons, if I have some money in Guaranteed Trust Bank, will I go to that bank to go and burn it off? The answer obviously is no. So it shows that the people doing this, some are just misguided. Sorry to use this word, they are just miscreants. And why are they available tools for these politicians? Because they lack the real things that they need to move their life forward. Maybe poor education, not enough money, joblessness and all. So Obi is actually coming to come and correct that. And when that is in Nigeria, people will not be available anymore to be used as veritable tools. And you agree with me that most of this, like for me, I don't believe in this Eastern Security Network. I think they are politicians using people. Because if these people are truly what they are, they could have been arrested now. So politicians are using our children for nefarious activities. Mothers, fathers, parents, please stand up to advise your words. They don't want us to make any progress. They know that if the election go ahead by the grace of God, they will lose. So they want to cause problem. They want to cause mayhem so that they will say declare emergency and all that stuff. My Edo people, I know our body they ought. We've all agreed. We've lost seed and jammed our state. Let's not allow anybody to come and cause any trouble. We don't need it at all. I was also discussing with Tony today. In the whole of Edo State, to be frank, do you need more than 1 million naira in a day? How many people really exchange money? Some of the people that are even fighting don't even have a bank account. Some have not even gone to the bank. Let's just wait for a while. It's only 6 days. After 25th of January, all this will not be a problem anymore. Because they are the politicians that are instigating us. They are instigating us now because they think we do not favor them. This is the time for the masses to stand. Then talking about federal government and Buhari, I want to beg everybody, Muslim or Christian, I have declared a 6-day prayer point for Muhammadu Buhari. We need Buhari sanity and health at this moment. Let us just always pray for him so that he will be guided, because the forces against him are enormous. And for those security men, please take directive from the federal government and do the needful. Buhari has promised that election will hold. And I think it's not a man that always renege in whatever he says he wants to do. And I think he's deploying everything possible to make it work. And I think he's also keeping all his aces to his chest and will be dishing them at the appropriate time and when the moment is right. The military have said that they are not interested in coming back to politics. So that is very important. That's very good for us. So I think, by and large, that the election day itself will be very free, peaceful, and calm. Maybe there might be skirmishes between now before the election, but all this will indeed go away. The Naira redesign is not really our problem. It is those politicians who before now have refused to look after us. They suddenly decided that it's now time to look after a child that you've left for a very long time without caring for the child. So Nigerians, I beg you, those people from Edo State, my own constituency, let us not get into this. The governor of Edo State and his deputy, they are tacitly obedient. So what are you waiting for? So please, let us stay on the line. Do the needful. Go there on that day and vote. and we're going to have a very peaceful elections. The transition to the next government will be peaceful. Buhari has demonstrated that. He has considered a committee already. The man seemed a bit tired. And a tired man, an elderly man, does not want to leave this table in a very wrong way. That's why he's keen to ensure that whosoever take over for him by the grace of God, Peter Obi, will come with a very clean slate. So people of Edo State, Nigerians and obedient, let us not shake the table now. We will shake the table with a victory song for Peter Gregory Obi. Because for me, from January 26th, not only will I slightly drop my obedient toga, I will begin to hold Peter Obi to ransom from the day he wins, even before he gets to office. Because we all want a good Nigeria, where me and you can go, transact business, do whatever we want to do, and come back home. Many Nigerians are fleeing away now. They are jackpying. You know what is happening to them now in the diaspora. Many of them are suffering because all these jackpot were not planned. They were forced to us because of bad government. And I believe even by February 26, those that have already jackpot will jackpot back again to Nigeria, because that is where life is and that's where money is. And that is why everybody is interested in what comes out of Nigeria. Africans are interested. Ghanaians are interested. So many people are interested. And they've become asking questions. Who is that Obi? We need Obi. So we must put a level playing field. Please, Nigerians, don't be carried away. No fighting, no rancor. Manage your small money. Those days in school, you used to have 5 naira. You will hold it until the final day. By February 26, this money that they are shouting will be everywhere. Yafu, yafu.
God bless you, my brother. I am for everybody and I'm for nobody. Today, we are seeing the reason why Buhari made that statement the very first day he was sworn in, that I am for everybody and I'm for nobody. He's showing it today that it's actually for nobody. He's been for everybody, but right now he has shown that it's actually for nobody. So we pray for Buhari to stay on, to see this through. This may actually just stand out as his legacy. And if this becomes his legacy, Buhari would have succeeded as a president. Otherwise, we'll leave the rest until after the elections. And like you said, after elections, we are going to start holding Peter Obi to task, because a lot has been promised. The expectations are very high, but the good thing about it is that when Obi become president and is announced as the president-elect, there is a feel-good factor that will embrace the entire Nigeria. That feel-good factor, in the first instance, within days, will situate and normalize things in Nigeria. There will be some kind of peace that we have never experienced before, and the kind of hope that will resonate across the land will be such that evildoers will run into exile and leave the land for good people to manage. Nigerians will be all the way. On the 26th, 25th Saturday, please, let's go out there and do the needful. So on the 26th, which is on a Sunday, and by Monday 27th, confirmed, Obi would have been elected the president-elect. That is the much we are going to take for this program. The comrade and friends, let's not forget that the big thing is the election. The small things are the other things, the inwisms that are going to be following the elections, which will be like the election day broadcast that we are going to be doing to ensure that we participate. So if you are out there, we've already dished out information. Please send us some volunteers. Support the Comrade Show, support the election day broadcast so that we can put some data, on the phones of the volunteers. But importantly, I want to use this medium to invite some very key, followers of the Comrade Show. We have met and we have discussed and we have, of course, these names I'm going to call right now. We have, and many more names I may not remember right now. We have concluded that they will join us as panelists for the election day itself. Henry Bakare is one of them. Arobodose Okokon is one of them. Easy
Life.
Easy Life. Easy Life also is one of them. Please, you guys be ready. You are going to be, an analyst.
Felicia Boegbe.
Felicia Boegbe is one of them. Yes. Is it Obakbolo? Edokbolo is one of them, you know, also, but we'll be reaching you guys privately, we'll be writing you guys, you know, and a number of other followers of the Comrade Show. If you're actually out there, you want to be an analyst on that day, oh, man, the ground is open. We will invite you, we'll send you the link privately, you'll join us, we'll be analyzing the real data, real-time data coming from the field, whether from Kaduna, from Kebbi, from wherever they are coming from. You know, Edo State, definitely we're going to be having so much data come from Edo State. We've got loads of volunteers in Edo State and Delta State, in Enugu, all of these places. We're going to be getting live feed from these places and things happening on the ground. So don't forget to join us. And of course, please don't forget to support the Comrade Show. Within a week, in the coming days, we are still going to be on this. And by the grace of God, we meet again next Saturday like this as a team, you know, with a very elaborate, you know, Nigerians, number of Nigerians that will be helping to make sense of all of the data that we are going to be getting. And of course, openly, we are going to be inviting somewhere like Ajibade. Is it Ajibade, right? Am I getting it right?
Yeah, Mr. Mori.
Mr. Mori, yes. Mr.
Anthony
Ajibola. Ajibola, sorry. Ajibola,
Yeah.
I almost put that, you know. Rita Sazuwa is equally very much invited.
Our brother Eriata will be on board.
Oh, yes. Eriata, these are in-house men.
Yeah, our brother in Germany, Mr. Festus Ogbewi will be.
Oh, yeah. These are very much in-house men. Definitely, we are open. I want to see some of those guys, you know, you already enlisted from the north. You know, Dr. Agbons, we need to have those guys be in the house with us.
So we have people from Gombe, Kebbi, Kaduna, Sokoto. In fact, the northern states are covered. We have people from Lagos, which is a key state, key state for electoral vote.
Yes.
All over Nigeria.
Henry Adamu is there. Christian is there.
Yeah. So all over Nigeria.
Definitely, we're going to have these guys as analysts, and they're going to be quality sending live feeds on the ground as well. Yeah. Some of them are going to be on the ground on the feeds,
on
sending
Saturday.
real-time data on Saturday. So, join the Comrade Show. Now, I want to quickly say, you know, I don't know what is happening really, but Facebook appeared to be, you know, we have been getting reports from the followers of the Comrade Show on Facebook that they don't get our notification when we are online. We don't know what is happening. We've been trying to engage Facebook on this. Somehow our numbers since the past 1 month or thereabouts has increasingly been dropping because the followers of the Comrade Show no longer get our notification, and that's not due to us or due to them, is due to Facebook. And some people were saying that maybe some people have gone ahead to report the Comrade Show for whatever reason, but we have done our best to keep to the ethics of what we do on this particular platform as much as possible. And so the only way that we can go about this, you know, like we've been advised, is that let's encourage those that are watching the Comrade Show right now to always share, so that people on their own platforms can share from there. And of course, I've equally told our followers, the subscribers of the Comrade Show, the followers of the Comrade Show on Facebook, to try to
thousands of followers.
Yeah, a lot of them, you know, about 50,000 of them. They try to click. If you are there, you are catching these brokers, click on the notification button again. Please keep clicking on likes and all of those things. And all of that, you know, would reactivate the process, because we need to maximize our reach, particularly for this election day. I have not been very much preoccupied, but with this election day live broadcast, we need to maximize our reach, you know, because that's the whole essence of this. You understand what I'm saying? So that people can actually participate from wherever they are. Even while people are going to be here analyzing, we are going to be having a lot of people making calls. You understand what I'm saying? Too many. You understand? So we have so much data we are going to be analyzing on that day, because this one it's not a two state, this is the entire Nigeria, which means that it's going to be a busy day for all of us, you know, on this platform. But we have the next 5 days to tidy things up and, of course, be prepared for the day. So join us on Saturday. It promises to be very interesting. And, of course, we are not taking our eyes off the ball. It's victory for Peter Gregory Obi. Pharmacists. 10 seconds. Last word.
Thank you very much. You've said it all. I just want to say that Dr. Tony Agbons, you are very unique. I don't know where you get this energy from. Shortly after this one, you are going for another meeting and you're also going to your BBC interview. I know you are a man that knows what you want to say and you say it very well. I look forward to a very sublime outing in that BBC interview. God bless you cacabolically. And to all our viewers, I say stay blessed. We'll catch you on Saturday on the road to victory.
Dr. Agbons, 20 seconds.
Yes, I want, before I say it, I want to put out our banner out for the Saturday broadcast because it's very important and germane to all we have been doing. Viewers of the Comrade Show, this is our Nigeria Decide 2023 Election Day live broadcast. We're going to be getting live report on the spot from every part of Nigeria. This is going to be our biggest program ever. Biggest, widest. So please be a part of it. Join us on Saturday from 9 a.m. Nigerian time. Don't touch that dial. God bless Nigeria.
Yes. And let's me just lastly remind everybody, please, as you are leaving, don't forget to join us. Join us on radio, BBC, MW 95.6. This day is going to be at about 8:20 p.m. UK time. That would be like 7:20 Nigeria time. Let's join Dr. Agbons as he further takes this matter to the BBC to, of course, let the global audience, through BBC, know that the die is cast and Nigerians are ready to make that choice. That very important choice. And of course, it's not hiding from the fact that that choice is Peter Gregory will be as the best choice for Nigeria. So let's join BBC Radio on 95.6 FM to listen to Dr. Tony Agbons, an obedient Dr. Tony Agbons. Nigerians, it's been a Comrade Show, it's been Comrade and Friends, and my name is Comrade Lantik Monsa Oriaki. We try to make sense of it all. We see you when we see you. Bye for now. Please don't forget, share, and share. May God bless you all. We'll see you again. Many, many cheers.
Comrade Show, Comrade Lantik Oriaki. This is the Comrade Show.
Are you a business owner? Do you make your own products? This is your best opportunity ever. Register your brand now with the first and largest marketplace promoting Nigerian-made products. Get access to over 17 million shoppers and customers currently in need of your products. Download on Google Play Store now to register or visit ekioja.com. Focus on creating your passion. Leave the marketing to us.